Let's go here. Let's make sure everything is running good. Receiving content. Here we go. All right, yeah, we're here, bro. So hold on, let me play this real quick. Shut that music. Let me mute myself here. You don't have a mute button, do you? Oh wait, you have a mute button on your phone there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna just be quiet.
All right. He rather. All right.
Shock the system.
It is Friday and the chat rooms are opened. I am Baby Boy alongside my newest of the newest colleague. We got Eddie in the house, but before you hear his magnanimous voice, he just cut in.
Oh.
Before you hear his magnanimous voice again, I just want to remind you guys that we are ENTHooligins, the entertainment hub for all, and we're bringing you another edition of the RampWay here on this very channel where we talk sports, society, and so many other topics that we bring to you guys. This is an improv too, so I know unexpected, but like I said before, the chat rooms are open. You guys can also comment down below if you catch this on video on demand later on. You can also catch us on other platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and so much more. It's all down below on that description. You can also find my SoundCloud account where you can listen to my music alongside Big Ness's music. Yes, for your hearing pleasure. You can also look at our social media pages on Facebook and on Twitter alongside my personal Twitter account too. You can also find Mixer information for video games and all that good stuff. We are the entertainment hub for all, as you can hear Adam Cole Baby in the background right there, all up in your ear. Eddie, take it away. Let them know a little bit about yourself, sir.
I am Eddie Arroyo, and that's all you need to know.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's very good. You're not gonna give them a little background on your wrestling knowledge or prowess, or you know,
I've been way back since the Attitude Era.
way back from the Attitude Era, ladies and gentlemen. This is where this man hails from the
You know, a little
house.
bit about the black and white, the golden era.
Well, you're not gonna make people happy here with that comment, sir.
What is that?
Are you looking to play the heel on here?
I'm looking to play. I'm whatever you want me to be.
I see. That's very understandable. Okay, I guess so. I guess you're gonna play follow the leader, right? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Yes.
Yes. Well, before we get the show underway and we give you our wrestling thoughts in terms of what's going on today in this crazy, crazy landscape that just gets more crazy by the minute, just want to send a couple of shout-outs to my colleagues, Bugs, Crystal, and Big Ness. Hope they're doing well on this beautiful Friday evening. A shout-out to, obviously, my mom, to my dad. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? I want to send out a shout-out to the people from Misha's Music Element. You could hear them. You could watch them. They are live and in your face, giving you all the music content that one could ask for. You want a little gossip? You want a little relationship advice? They're the ones to go to. What's up, Misha? How are you doing? I want to send another shout out to Tony, Anthony, Chris, all the good people that have always been so supportive of us. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Shout outs to Nancy and whoever else I'm forgetting. Shout outs to you guys. All right. So, with that out of the way, CM Punk has made the rounds once again, and the talk is that he might be involved in WWE's backstage type of a show, which will air on Tuesdays on the Fox Sports, I believe. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. It's going to be kind of like a recap / talk show. Your hosts are going to be Booker T and Renee Young, but I think the word going around is that CM Punk wants in on this. Now, that's not necessarily verified or clarified, but the fact that it has made the rounds is a big deal, because obviously with CM Punk, the question catapults itself into a matter of will CM Punk not be available for in-ring appearances. What do you think?
Oh man, I think given the situation, if he's commentating or whatever, he will have a potential feature again.
So you think he'll have that itch to want to just go into the ring? I mean...
Yep.
So, how do you think, or what do you think in terms of... I don't know, what if he becomes comfortable, though, in a role that just requires him to talk and not so much get into the physicality aspect of things?
Well, if you think about it, back in the day, like, when he was commentating, he seemed comfortable with it, and he seemed okay, so... I don't see why he would step up. He's going to be making more money commentating.
Right. So I guess what you're saying, is he is going to have that itch to return, but you prefer him to maybe just stay as someone who has a commentator's job or a job as a wrestling analyst.
Yep, because if he wrestles, he's going to get, eaten alive.
What makes you think that CM Punk wouldn't be able to roll with the style of wrestling that we see today?
I'm not talking about the style of wrestling, but he's just going to get mocked and ridiculed.
Ah, you mean under the WWE banners and the powers that be, like Vince McMahon and whoever else writes these scripts for them. What do you think they would do in terms of eating him alive? Like, it would obviously be from a promo perspective, right?
Yeah. And storyline based. Kind of like what they did with Natalya Hart when they was bullying her.
Yeah.
And she was white, whatever.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a non-bully campaign they was doing, so there you go.
Yeah, so much for that, right?
No bullying allowed.
But then they go ahead and they bully one of their own. Yeah, it's quite something, man. I mean, what do you think? I mean, they're obviously going to bring up the whole MMA thing and the fact that he lost, but...
He lost in 12 seconds, right?
It was, I believe, 2 minutes and 2 seconds against Mickey Gall, and his second match around, he lost a decision. He went all 3 rounds.
Now, did they let him, though?
I'm gonna assume yes. Because the way that I analyzed that fight was... His opponent, I forget his name, he could have finished that fight anytime he wanted to. But as a lot of people say, props to Punk for at least showing up and not playing the coward's role and coming up with an excuse to not do the fights.
It's kind of horrible, though. He tried to win,
I think the mistake there with CM Punk was more so him trying to stick it to Vince McMahon.
His ego.
Exactly. Which obviously came back and really it just bit him, man. And that's what happens when you let arrogance and your ego get the best of you. Do you think that CM Punk would have been better suited for AEW rather than WWE? Assuming that he goes to WWE.
Yeah, he would be promoted greatly in AEW, but his ego will probably rise again.
He's gonna be feeling himself a little too much, I see. So, in terms of what you said a couple of minutes ago, though, you said that in storylines they were possibly going to bury him. What scenarios do you see CM Punk being put in regards to you saying that they might bury him storylines? I mean, the promos, I get it. They're gonna jab at his losing the MMA fights. They're gonna jab at him possibly... I guess they're going to call him a failure or a quitter for leaving and doing the things in the way which he did and exited the company. So, but when you say storyline, how would they possibly bring that up in terms of burying him?
And music in the background.
Come again?
No, I think that music in the background is funny. But I think the concrete, but like I think he would do it. They would do some kind of UFC event where Brock Lesnar would fight him and destroy him.
Think they would put him up against Brock?
Yeah, or even Ronda.
Oh my gosh. I mean, okay, let's talk about that. What happens if... Wow, I don't think anyone's ever conjured that one up here in the YouTube wrestling community, but if they put him up against Ronda, let's say, wouldn't that bring a lot of controversy to WWE, because you're talking about an intergender match in which a man is fighting a woman? And yes, I know that once upon a time, WWE or F used to allow that. After all, there was a match featuring China versus Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental Championship, mind you, in which China did win. But the argument is, right, it's as simple as, well, that was then, this is now, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, no offense to China, but Ronda is a whole different woman.
How so?
Well, she actually fights.
Uh-huh. So what happened to her finger a couple of weeks ago?
No.
You didn't see it?
No.
Oh man,
she broke it.
So basically, this happened at a set. She was filming something. I don't know off the top of my head what it was, but apparently some screen door had fallen on her finger and completely. Pretty much, she needed a reattachment of that finger. Here's the crazy part, though. She went to.
She got decapitated.
The finger needed to get detached again. Yeah, it was messed up, bro.
Ooh.
It was all mangled and nasty. So they corrected it. I mean, she's fine now, thank goodness. But here's the crazy thing: she didn't go to the hospital until she got done filming that scene.
What?
Don't ask.
Why?
Don't ask. I don't know, but damn, that girl is tough.
What about she's lucky that finger was good.
Oh my lord.
That has a short lifetime, you know.
She's a beast. I mean, they call.
I would have been like, yo, my finger.
Hey, Brock.
I don't even think she cared if it would have been, detached. She would have ran. It's just a finger.
Let's just finish the scene. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's tough, man. She's tough.
It would have been like a finger down if that would have happened.
What's the likelihood of CM Punk returning, though, to the ring?
It's a 20 toss, coin toss.
You're putting it at 50-50?
Yeah.
Now, beforehand, what's the likelihood of him doing this Fox show?
What's he doing on Fox? We don't want.
Like I said, when he does the Fox show, the Tuesday night show where he's just gonna be talking, and I guess they're gonna talk analytics and things like that and recap.
Easy money.
It's easy money, right? Yeah. You think he'll do it?
Gonna get paid. No, yeah, he's gonna get paid more than what he was doing wrestling. I'm not sure of UFC, but maybe the same quality. Same amount of money. Now, did you hear about Batista and his MMA debut?
Go ahead, fill me in on that.
Well, he fought against a fighter. I think he was pretty much well-rounded. He's 22 wins, 22 losses,
Boy,
one draw.
Talk about being well-rounded.
I think I'm not too sure, but like he looked out of shape. But then he fought against Batista. And he went toe-to-toe with Batista until he got cocky. He was waving the crowd down, showing off, showboating, and then Batista went for the takedown. And long story short, he took him on his back, and he started pounding him. But Batista was long-winded after that. So he won the match, but then afterwards, there was an altercation where they was arguing. And I guess the guy didn't like that Batista was punching him in the back of the head, but, it is what it is.
Well, Batista winded it though. I mean, you got to consider Batista's what 40, 48, 49?
Hey, the guy was like, and well, then again, who am I to, say whatever. And then UFC is a physical sport. It don't matter what shape you're in.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, Chris Jericho is 40, 47, 48. He still does it. Christopher Daniels is also around 40, 47, 48 years old.
Yeah, but they're in phenomenal shape.
Well, and that's the thing, and they're constantly doing this. You got to consider Batista hasn't seen in-ring work since, I mean, counting WrestleMania out.
No, Batista was in great shape. I'm talking about the other guy.
Oh, no, but I'm saying, I mean, you just said Batista was tired, though, right?
Yeah, he was. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
so
stamina-wise.
So consider, he rarely sees in-ring action, MMA or wrestling-wise. So you got to factor that in. Whereas people like Chris Jericho or Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, AJ Styles, even, they're people who've been constantly doing this without a break, really. So of course they're not going to feel the effects of being winded and all that, right?
I mean, Batista was also upset because he didn't get to fight the guy that he wanted. He wanted to fight somebody else, but they gave him this guy.
What are your thoughts on that? I think that's kind of petty.
I think he felt insulted because, like, he saw the guy that he fought, and I guess, like, he was saying that he was nervous and whatever, and that's why he was tired, and he got, he almost lost because of that. But I think the guy was good, he was an MMA fighter.
Right.
Well, he's still an MMA fighter.
Do you think, okay, since we're talking MMA, though, do you think sometimes MMA fighters have a tendency to underestimate wrestlers? Come again?
I mean, at times, yeah. Just look at, what's that dude that fought Brock Lesnar the first time?
In the UFC, you mean?
Yeah.
Frank Mir.
Frank Mir, if it wasn't for Brock giving him his leg, he would have lost.
That's so true. Because Brock was whooping that boy.
Mm-hmm. Then again, Brock Lesnar probably undermated some of those people there too.
Yeah, true. He maimed a lot of people in the UFC. You got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, he pretty much did half.
Yeah. Not.
That's good in my book, man. If as long as you don't lose completely.
What do you think of Cain Velasquez potentially going to AEW or WWE?
Man. I think if he goes to AEW, that's going to be big changes.
Well, consider he's right now fighting in AAA, which is the Mexican promotion, whom AEW does have ties with.
But you can say that UFC, Raw and SmackDown did it before them.
Bring an MMA fighter?
Yeah.
Well, it all started with Kent Shamrock.
Exactly.
Dan,
and then Brock Lesnar, even though Brock Lesnar.
Kent Shamrock, Dan Severn, right?
Yeah, speaking of Kent Shamrock, he's in TNA now, I believe.
Yes, he is. He's going to be fighting at what is the name of Bound for Glory? There you go, Bound for Glory.
Yo, he is a phenomenal kid.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Unreal.
He is.
Like, he is monstrously big.
He is. That's amazing, bro.
I'd be scared to be him. Oh, God.
I think there's a shoot interview out there somewhere where Shamrock talks about why WWE didn't want to allow him back. I haven't listened to it yet, so I can't really give you info on that, but I know the interview was out there. I know the interview's out there for sure, though. So another great shoot interview to listen to is Dean Malenko, who's recently got out of the graces of WWE and is now working at AEW.
He was still working at WWE?
No, Malenko was still in WWE, yeah, but now he's working for AEW backstage.
What are you doing backstage?
I believe he's an agent.
In both?
Say what?
In both?
No, he works exclusively for AEW now. He used to work for WWE.
Yeah. In Raw and SmackDown, he was there, right?
Yeah. So, good for Malenko though, and AEW's got some good people backstage. They got some good backing.
Getting paid more?
Say what?
Is he getting paid more?
Financially, I'm not sure, bro. Numbers are hard to really track down when it comes to AEW and their paychecks.
Now, who got more money, that Tony guy or Vince?
That's hard to say. That's really hard to say. I mean, consider Vince McMahon is pretty wealthy, getting that Fox money, getting that Saudi money. WWE's got money, right? He has endorsement, advertisements, right? Advertisers. Khan, they have that soccer team. He has the Jacksonville Jaguars to look after. He has AEW, and also other sponsors. And so...
He might be winning when Vince does the XFL. He's gonna put a lot of that money down the crapper.
Oh man, crazy man, crazy.
The wonderful world.
So let's go back to Ronda Rousey though. What do you think the odds of her returning are? Because she was talking about wanting to start a family and... I
thought she had a kid.
No, she doesn't.
But did her and Asuka fight?
Oh boy.
I want to see that match. Asuka versus her.
I think the odds of that happening are down the toilet, bro, considering how they've used Asuka.
It's a darn shame.
Yeah, considering her tenure with NXT, right, and what she did there.
She was undefeated.
Yeah.
I think she should go to NXT and continue her undefeated streak there. Because even though they misused her in Raw and SmackDown, if she go to NXT, she can still be dominated again.
Absolutely, yeah. What are some of Asuka's more memorable matches or moments that you recall from NXT?
I don't know. There's too many.
Name two.
I think her against Bayley was great.
Oof.
Let's see. Didn't she fight what was her name? Nia Jax?
I believe she did. Yeah.
That was
she did.
That was pretty epic.
She did, yeah. That was a good match.
She darn near fought everyone there.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, she ran through all of them too, man. But
you know who I would like to see her fight?
Go ahead.
That UFC chick that's in there.
Shayna Baszler?
Yeah.
That would be money, bro. That's a match.
Actually, her and Ronda would be epic.
That's a match. That is a match.
She's actually more well-rounded than Ronda is.
From a wrestling perspective?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, I agree.
I think her and Asuka should fight, and then her and Ronda should fight, and then they should have the triple threat. Oh man, that would be amazing.
Matter of fact, from a technical standpoint, I do believe that Shayna Baszler is better, and also I think from a character standpoint too, and not to mention her look.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So, yeah, Shayna Baszler's got a lot going for herself here. That's a good thing, though.
Got legs.
Oh wow! Talk about bringing it back.
Yes.
Wow. Were you a Stacy fan?
Stacy's mom has got it going on.
Wow. What are your thoughts of WWE's newest acquisition in John Morrison?
Well, I don't know if he's acquired yet. He might be going to AEW. He might not. And I think let's go.
From what I gather here, from what I know, I believe he's a lock at this point.
I hope they do something good with him like they do with Kofi and not blow it.
I'm really banking and hoping that he goes to NXT.
Yeah. Oh man. Yep.
You imagine, bro.
Him versus Aleister Black, yo.
Whew.
Or him versus Shinsuke Nakamura or AJ Styles, man.
Under an NXT banner, yeah, bro, that would blow the roof off the damn place.
No, I would like to see Rusev in NXT too, because like he's not too good, man.
Rusev is one of those guys, bro. The way that WWE utilizes him, he's that guy that, okay, you're only gonna get but to this height, and we're not letting you go any further up the ladder. We're just gonna tease everybody. Rusev Day started getting big. What did Vince do? Ruin it. Everything that is cool, everything that starts to catch fire, Vince waters it down.
Yep.
How I
What I don't like is when someone's undefeated, right?
Uh-huh.
And they go undefeated for a long time. I'm like, so they're gonna go downhill eventually.
Yeah. I don't know why they do that.
It happened with Oscar. It happened with Rusev. It happened with Kevin Owens. You know, when he first came to a pay-per-view, it was like he beat John Cena, right? And then after that,
Yeah.
Adam Cole, baby.
A great example of somebody who was catching fire and who really got burned down, no pun intended, to Seth Rollins, is Kevin Owens. Remember, right out of the gate from NXT, the first person that he feuded with was John Cena, and he actually got the win over John Cena.
Yeah, man.
On fire right away. Matter of fact, he got more wins than most people could say over John Cena. Really. You know, so, but then they just erased that very quickly. Like, no, you're not going to do this. We can't afford you to be this guy. I don't know why they do this.
Like, he was dominating every single company, and then when he came to Raw and SmackDown,
basically, yes.
He was dominating NXT.
Yeah. You know, I really thought that NXT was going to give us a show between Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe.
That would have been phenomenal. I would like to see it.
But the only thing that happened was they just teased it, and it never went as far as that.
I don't know, man. I think NXT is going to destroy Vince. Not in the sense that, I mean, it's going to do good for him, but it's going to destroy his company, his other company.
Okay, let me ask you this though. Do you think that maybe it could be possible that if enough people speak up, right, enough people on Raw and on SmackDown speak up and they say, yo, look at what NXT is constantly doing on Wednesdays. Look at how they're performing. Look at the freedom that they have, right? And look at the fact that they're beating AEW. Why can't we do that? Why can't we be that? You know, so do you think that the possibility exists that NXT can be that key to unlock and catapult everybody from the other rosters to perform and be better? And the reason I'm also asking you this is because Fox, the network that SmackDown is currently going to be on, Fox wants WWE to be a more sports-centered show and program, kind of like what NXT and AEW are.
I don't know. In my opinion, I say 1%, but I'm gonna give it 10%, being generous.
Well, take this into consideration, though, bro. Fox is Fox, and if Fox doesn't get what they want, they can tell Vince McMahon and WWE to get the hell out of there. You know,
Fox can take NXT.
You know, not only that, but check this out. I mean, when it comes to Fox and this relationship that they have with WWE, that's $1 billion that they have invested. You really think that McMahon is going to want to squander that opportunity, or is he going to play nice and, you know, just roll right into the hands of what the Fox executive wants?
Man, you forget the egotistical, like, just how egotistical he could be and the grapefruits he has.
That's a good point. We'll see what happens, bro. I think one of the more exciting aspects of this whole AEW versus NXT, and if you want to go and add WWE to the mix, you know, just to further the argument, I think one of the most compelling and intriguing aspects of this is the fact that we have a lot of question marks. There's a lot of unknowns here that are pretty much exciting for a lot of people because we truly don't know the answers to a lot of these questions that we ask. All we can do is pretty much speculate, go off of assumption, and just create our own scenarios and synopses. That's all we can really do here. Because other than that, what do we have? There's nothing really that's concrete, right?
I think what people are going to do is going to be like, yo, can I transfer to NXT?
That's a possibility.
They're not going to argue with Vince. I wouldn't argue with him. If I'm Shinsuke, I'm saying, can I go to NXT? If I'm Asuka, I'm saying, can I go to NXT? If I'm Bayley, Sasha, NXT.
Those are some great names you just mentioned.
Aleister Black, NXT. Like, they're all going to be saying, let me go to NXT.
What do you believe AEW's success rely on?
They be like, just do what they're doing and beat who on SmackDown. The only competition they have is NXT. And that's if Vince is getting away.
I truly, and you could call me crazy, but I truly feel that McMahon won't get in the way simply because he'll need somebody to beat AEW. Now, whether or not they'll be able to beat AEW, that's a different story, because let me go out on a limb here and say this, bro. And you can give me your opinion afterwards, too. But my opinion is this. When it comes to both NXT and AEW, NXT obviously offers people amazing in-ring and great wrestling from a technical standpoint, from a tag team standpoint, even though I do feel that AEW has the best tag team division in all of wrestling. When you add... When you have the additions, of the Young Bucks, the Lucha Bros, you have people like LAX,
Cody and Goldust, right?
I could see.
Or is that a one-time thing?
I could see them potentially being a tag team. Yeah, actually, that's a good one. They have a very hot tag team division. But going back to the comparisons here, I think when it comes to storylines and being intriguing, I think AEW has the upper hand when it comes to that, because if people who watch the YouTube series like the Road Tos and all of the content that they release on YouTube, they're very much documentary style. They intertwine reality with fantasy. It's a great hybrid, and it's a great callback to something that's nostalgic, yet it feels very new at the same time. I love the way that AEW tells stories. Go ahead, what were you saying?
I said AEW reminds me of ECW.
In what sense?
Because there's a whole bunch of mixed people in there. You got skinny dudes, little dudes, people of different sexes, like transgender and whatnot.
Nyla Rose, I see.
You got a whole bunch of variety.
Right, and that's good. I think that's good. That's one of the things that Tony Khan was talking about, was diversity, not only in terms of body types and gender and all of that, but he was talking diversity also with color. And one of the questions actually that were asked from the media, that this person had asked Tony Khan, what is the possibility of seeing a black person or a Hispanic person or somebody who isn't necessarily white, to put it that way? What are the possibilities of seeing a person like that hold the title? And he said, "Oh, very great."
Yeah, I mean, why not?
That's what he said. Very great, because
it shouldn't matter.
AEW's concept is, as long as you can perform, then hey, what else should matter? Wasn't
Hornswoggle champion? I mean,
I don't remember.
No?
I do not remember, no.
So it's when he was champion.
Cruiserweight, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I think he was champion when he was like when he's supposed to be Vince McMahon's son.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see,
I'm talking about way back then.
See, that I do not remember. But yeah, I think when it comes to the storylines, I think that is where and how AEW can and might win.
And storyline?
Yeah, I think they're going to have the ability to just play around with so many different ideas and just look to make things very emotional in many ways. I mean, AEW's got the formula for that, bro. They got it down. And
wait, is watching.
And think about this, bro. Think about this. Chris Jericho is a great promo. Okay? MJF is a great promo. Kenny Omega, when he's on, he's on. He could be a great promo. So with that, come again?
Dean Ambrose or
yes, John Moxley's a great promo too.
Although he's a bit psychotic,
it works. You know,
yeah.
so you take those four. So who could you say on NXT right now on their current roster who's a great promo?
I don't know. I haven't seen anyone in NXT in a while, so.
Well, okay, I'll throw names at you.
I don't think anyone had promo skills, honestly. They had wrestling skills.
In-ring, yes.
Yeah.
So in AEW, we have something where we have people who are great in-ring wrestlers. We have diversity in in-ring styles, as you brought up as well. And we have people who can cut promos and further a storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looks very promising for AEW here. Now, obviously, NXT has an upper hand in the sense that they're under the WWE banner. And who's more recognized in wrestling than WWE, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they got the upper hand there. It's interesting, honestly. By the way, do you know this theme song?
Old.
Who is that?
Sound old.
That is Tyler Breeze.
Why would I know that song?
You're not a Tyler Breeze fan?
I'm not a Fandango fan.
Oh, no?
Do they still got that thing going on? The FBI?
They do, yes.
It's still? Jeez. Oh my goodness, man.
They are in NXT now.
Really?
You know this theme?
No.
You do not know that theme.
No.
You're playing with me.
It sounds old, but I don't know.
You're messing with me. Aha. Aha.
It was the AB. It was an AB version. 8-bit version.
Oh man.
I expected to know it in the first couple seconds.
Let's see what else is going on in wrestling. What's going on in the world today?
We're fighting. You wouldn't lose. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go. Let the good times roll. It ain't nothing but music.
There you go. There you go. Oh man. Friday night, talking a little bit of wrestling here. Doing what we do best. So how you feel your first go around here, bro, podcast wise?
I feel good.
Feel good?
Yeah.
Confident?
Two boys talking.
Not nervous?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
That's
not
good.
at all.
That's good. Wait till we start taking phone calls at some point when I implement that system here. Are you going to talk to the callers?
Why not?
Why not, right? But what if they're rude to you? What are you going to do?
Huh?
What if
they have a good day?
Have a good day.
Or as before they say, have a nice day.
Oh man. So we talked.
Good day, sir.
So we talked about AEW's key to success. What do you feel NXT's keys to success could be in terms of them winning the Wednesday Night Wars?
Well, you do the same. You do the same thing that Vince did. You imitate, and then you change it up slightly.
What would be those slight changes?
Well, if you're saying AEW has good story, implement that. And make it more edgy, more over the top. Implement more tables, ladders, chairs, whatever.
Wow, I think it and you say it. That is a great dynamic because you know what I was just literally thinking to myself is, and I was about to tell you that after you made your statement, AEW is TV 14.
Exactly.
So look at that. TV14, which gives them a lot of room, right?
Be TV14?
Say what?
Do you think NXT is going to be TV14?
No, I don't think so.
It'll be PG?
Yeah, it's gonna stay PG.
I mean, you can still do good with PG.
You can, yeah, and I always told people PG isn't necessarily the problem with WWE.
Wait, can they still show blood though in NXT? Or is that a no-no?
I want to say they can, bro, if they wanted to from time to time.
The referee came in and stopped the match, right?
Yeah.
But they can't bleed.
Yeah, it's true because they.
But I thought you're allowed to bleed though. Or is that rated R? PG blood.
In order to get the green light in terms of blood, you got to be at that TV14 and higher rating.
Really?
Yeah.
What if
PG,
they bleed?
PG, you can show blood, but I mean, you can and you can't. It is really the best way I can explain it. And with that said, it's preferable that you don't, simply because the rating does say PG. Yeah, parental guidance. Okay, fine, but it's still something that spells out catered to children.
Now, what if they do PG-13?
Which is the equivalent to TV14 when you talk television strictly. Then yes, then it's a go.
Then it's still PG, but not really.
Right. So,
that's what NXT.
Oh, I mean, I think if they wanted to, they can break that wall here and there and go above that ceiling.
Wrestling good story mode. They don't have to do the whole Demon Kane thing or, Gangrel coming from hell.
So let me ask you this. Though. Triple H was conducted an interview, I believe like about a week or two ago. And they asked him about this whole NXT versus AEW thing. And I believe that Triple H gave the most professional answer that one could give. And what he said was, whoever wants to view AEW versus NXT as competition, that's fine. And then he furthers it and says, pretty much alluding to the fact that he believes competition is a great thing because it'll bring out the best in everybody, both NXT and AEW. And then he says, he left that out of he left that out of the equation. He didn't even mention them. So then he says he wishes the best of luck to AEW, basically telling them, hey, come on, bring it, And the thing that he said that I was absolutely happy with is that he said, it doesn't matter if it is or if it isn't a war. The fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, the fans are the ones who win in all of this.
Okay.
That tells me that Paul Levesque is absolutely positively not out of touch when it comes to what today's wrestling landscape is and what today's wrestling audience is and wants. That to me is a man who knows what he's talking about, who's very confident in his NXT guys, but not only that, but he's not like Vince McMahon, who is out of touch.
Hey, let me tell you this though, when there was WCW and ECW, I was still watching WWF.
Right, there was variety for everybody. And, on a previous podcast and many other podcasts, I have gone on record and I have said that for people who didn't get to experience the Monday Night Wars between the WCW and WWF, this is a great time, and this is as close as it'll ever get for a younger audience to be able to experience something like this. And,
now you got and Ring of Honor.
Yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun. And one thing that I hope doesn't happen, and this is only me hoping, right? Because the reason I say that this is only me hoping is due to the simple fact that no matter how much I hope, this is just going to happen. It's inevitable. Fans are going to get inevitably stupid. And you're going to have very close-minded AEW fans, very close-minded NXT fans insulting one another. And that's what I don't want. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy both NXT and AEW. I want to be able to flip the channels and be like, oh, shoot, wait a minute, but this match is on AEW. Oh, shoot, but this match is on NXT. Damn, what do I watch? You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't a huge WCW fan. I only watched the first hour and whenever Goldberg was on.
Well, that's you, bro. You know.
Yeah, but like there was wrestling every week, every day of the week back then.
But my point is simply to not insult anyone just because they have their liking, and if you're drawn to AEW, respect that person for that decision. If you're drawn to NXT, respect that person for the decision. If you're someone that watches both, hey, more power to you. I'm simply a person that loves wrestling.
If you can watch both, why not?
Exactly. There you go. Nobody.
And don't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's why they have That's why you have the ability to flip through channels. You don't like it, flip to the other guys.
No.
and if you're not a wrestling fan, then don't even bother with it.
Unless I have to, then I watch it.
I
was like, let me watch Raw.
What do you feel about Pyro coming back to Raw and SmackDown?
For a second, I thought you were talking about a superstar.
No.
I don't even know who Pyro is. Next, what do you think? Iceman?
I'm gonna melt you down. Yeah.
His finishing move, the melter. The hottest thing around, literally.
Oh, talk about redefining burn it down.
Yep, he caught fire.
Oh my gosh, that's good. I like that one.
Step on a burn it down match.
Woo! Oh, this is good. This is good. Woo!
Burn it down. His only weakness: water or Iceman.
Oh shoot!
Iceman or whatever. Wasn't that Sub-Zero wannabe? Wasn't he on Glacier? He was on AEW.
You mean Glacier?
Yeah, I just said his name.
Oh, you did. I had a lot of things in my ears. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, Glacier.
Yeah, he was a WCW guy back then.
Don't he sound like a Killer Instinct guy?
Glacius.
Yeah. Oh,
Glacius, yeah, that's Glacius from Killer Instinct.
Was that supposed to be a ripoff of that and Sub-Zero?
I believe name-wise it was a ripoff of Glacius, and the look was obviously Sub-Zero. Yeah, obviously.
Oh, maybe he liked those two games. If not, why did he choose it?
Speaking of video games, what do you think about an AEW video game? I mean, they're working on it, and supposedly there's going to be an announcement around December, I believe, is when Kenny Omega said that they were going to make a huge announcement concerning their video game. Not to mention, they're talking about it having similar controls to No Mercy.
I think it's too quick, but if you can make it work, why not?
Well, okay.
As long as it's better than TNA. That TNA Impact game.
Oh man. That was terrible. I think I could understand why you say it's too quick, but consider this, bro. As of right now, AEW has only revealed 40% of their roster.
40%, damn.
Only 40%, which means who else do they have?
Well, wasn't there a bunch of guys with masks?
You mean the yeah.
Kind of like the Aces of Eight or whatever.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I don't know who in the world the other 60% of their wrestlers are. That's
I don't care as long as they're good.
That's exciting to me, bro. I love watching something new where you get to learn about new wrestlers, and you get to learn about even from a geographic standpoint, right? You get to learn of different styles of wrestling, not only wrestling styles that apply here to the US, but wrestling styles that are applicable from other parts of the world, like Asia and other European countries. You know, it's very interesting to me.
Man, what I want them to do is just have everyone good. Everyone do good. Like in ECW, man, every single person was like, oh, he's on. Oh, he's on. Oh, she's on. Oh, that person's on. Oh. Even if you didn't know him, like, I didn't know Spike Dudley at the time. And I'm over here, I'm like, who the heck is this hillbilly kid? He's over here, like, the hippie. He's coming down. He takes off his glasses, and this big dude is foaming at the mouth at him. He's gonna get destroyed. He comes in, kicks him, bell rings, 1, 2, 3. Like, he does the acid drop, 1, 2, 3. He's out. I'm like, what? I'm over here with my jaw on the floor, like, what the heck just happened? But the kid was gonna get straight. Man, he won. I was actually like stunned. I think that's the most stunned I've ever been.
Yeah, man, wrestling is so entertaining, so fun, and I think we're in for something very special. And I know it sounds so cliche, but at the same time, I can say that, and I believe that we're in for something that, even though we know is special, at the same time, I believe we have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. And with that, I'm saying that it's going to be a fantastic ride, and everybody should enjoy it. Everyone who's a true wrestling fan should enjoy this, and there shouldn't be disputes.
If you don't like Raw and SmackDown, stick with NXT, AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, Global Force.
And enjoy it all. Enjoy it all, man. That's what I say. But I think...
Watch that.
I think we've milked this show, though, man. I think we should get out of here. What do you say?
I'm down.
You're down?
I'm down for whatever.
All right. We'll be back next Wednesday with this wrestling show, but in the meantime, we'll be doing a show again on Tuesday. I wonder if... Yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday. We'll be back on Wednesday. We'll have another show on Thursday. And Friday, I might be pulling double shift. Let's see how it goes. But keep us locked here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're going to catch us on the VOD, do so. We will always be here to accommodate to your needs. You guys know how to catch us. You guys know what to do. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Help us grow. Help us expand. Be the love. Share the love. We are the love. We are the entertainment hub for all. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to remind you guys to please have a beautiful and productive weekend and rest of the evening as well. And everything that you do, keep God number one in your life. Always, 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 always. With that said, I'm your host, saying so long till next time. This is Eddie right there, man. He's the man. Right, Eddie? That's right. Let me flip the ending music here real quick. Let's find something nice. Hey, do you know this?
Oh my goodness.
Do you know this?
I don't know that.
That's the Vaudevillains.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's Simon Gotch. Huh.
Simon Gotch, yep. Anyway, folks, I'll leave you with a resounding see ya! Alright, let me cue this up and then fade it out. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're exiting with this. Oh man. Done. Why would you come out to this? What in the world? What is wrong with people?
Game.
It sounds like a video game.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. Let's fade this out. I'm about to press the off stream button. Thanks for the drum roll. We're out of here.
Hey.